He used to play. Now I'm thinking about y'all, Chicago. He used to play for a whole year down on Roosevelt Road and Dayton.
So this dude got a lot. I think Buddy Guy has a blues club in Chicago now.
Yeah. Buddy Guy. I got a calendar. My daughter from Tennessee sent me. Okay. All the guitar players. I just turned away from Buddy Guy in the month of October.
Okay, John.
This is your mother's song. It's just a you know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm just gonna do it. Don't take me yet.
Oh, I'm just gotta run it with you. Just go ahead.
When the church unites in prayer. When the church unites in prayer. Glory, hallelujah. When the church unites in prayer. You know that's her song, Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
You remember? You probably forgot it.
No,
so she gave me a copy of it. But I told her I would, but you gotta get the feeling.
Okay.
Well, you just can't come out.
Right.
You know, when I get the feeling, get to working on it. I may have a little changes, but it'll be her song.
Right. You just kind of jazz it up a little bit.
It's like Whitney.
Yeah.
Whitney didn't write that song out. What is it that? This last song. It is this song sold $1 million sellers.
Yeah.
The white girl, Dolly wrote it.
Right. The Dolly Parton song.
But she gave it to Whitney and put it over.
Yeah, I can't think of that.
King Cole didn't write Route 66.
Okay.
Yeah. Another guy said, I give it to somebody who can put it over.
Right.
He thought of Cole. he never forget that.
Somebody can bring it back. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's like who's it? Lionel Richie writes songs for he wrote a lot for Dolly Parton. I think Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
And he wrote a lot of songs for him, but you just never knew, that I guess the black man be writing country songs and stuff like that, but he's always had that little country twang to his.
Yeah, and then Richard probably, he's
back with another album.
He gets money for that. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he's not mad though.
No.
All right, gentlemen. What we want to do? We want to kind of start off here, Miss Kid, and he gonna ask you some questions. We're gonna put you.
Okay.
Tie him by in your stands, and once you get on the musical type ordeal, let me check my shots, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, then.
We'd probably do the song like at the end.
Right. Okay, Mr. Kid, when we on?
Good afternoon. How you doing, Mr. Kid?
Fine.
Just for the records, if you can state your full name, date of birth, and we'll talk a little bit about your family and a little bit of your history.
My name is John H. Kidd. I was born June 25th, 1926. Here in Tibbee. I went to school in Tibbee and Columbus. And I left Columbus. I left Tibbee in 1942. And I went to Chicago. And plenty of work during the war years. Everybody was migrating north. People said, I'll never come back to Tibbee again. I'll never do this again. But plenty of work. I got to Tibbee I left Chicago, left Tibbee, West Point on Saturday night by 9 o'clock. We call it the Streamline. Right?
Streamline.
And I got to Chicago a Sunday evening. About 6 o'clock, my uncle met me and my cousin and Baby Doll Grays and Bill Maygraves. We all Tibbee people.
Okay.
And I got a job the next day, that Monday. I've been working ever since in Chicago.
Okay.
I went to Englewood High School, and I went into the Navy at 18, registered 18, went in at 18. That's how I quit. Was getting you.
That was during World War II.
World War II.
So tell us a little bit about your time there in the war.
When I finished boot training in Great Lakes, Illinois, they give you 9 days to come home. If you live in Florida, they give you 10 days. And then you come back to the camp and you ship out different parts of the world. And I went back to the camp and we went to San Francisco, California.
Okay.
We stayed there 2 months. And after we left San Francisco, we went to Hawaii. We stayed there about 2.5 months. I was on the island of Oahu.
Wow.
Oahu. And after I left there, I went down to the Philippines, an island called Samar, and we left Samar, S-A-M-A-R, and we went to Leyte Gulf, L-E-T-Y-E-T-E, and from there I was supposed to go to Okinawa to have my first battle. I'm working up to this battle.
Okay.
Ever since I got in the Navy in Great Lakes, Illinois, so you get training for up to my combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, the Navy fight with the Marines.
Right.
And they issued us camouflage clothes, camouflage boots, helmet, carbine rifle, but they didn't give us the long magazines. They said, you'll be issued that like you give it to us today. Say you'll be going in tomorrow morning to the Marines.
Okay.
They'll be giving you these carbines. When you get up the ship, every man be hand you a carbine loaded, big long clip full of ammo.
Okay.
And we didn't get that. So that morning, all this ruckus raiding out in the island, destroyers doing this, sub chasers doing that. I thought the Japanese bombing the harbor. And then we come to find out the war's over. Wow. They're celebrating.
Celebrating.
God, you talking about happy. We were some scared ducks.
Okay.
We were some scared ducks. But then that changed the battle plan.
Okay.
Everything just stood still for 3 or 4 days. So they said, well, you guys can get your little khakis back, get your clothes back, all this stuff they aside. And we stayed there about another 2 months, and then we shipped from Philippines to Guam.
Okay.
We come back to Guam from the Philippines on the LST, ship landing craft. Running to the west, out there they call them typhoons.
Okay.
They don't have them here. And they last so long. That's why I gave up on life. I saw that typhoon, I said, Lord God, we ain't gonna make it through this.
That was it.
We ain't gonna make it through that. Man, I'm telling you, that's the most horrifying thing. In the Navy, you hear, when you hear that, I mean, everybody, you stop and listen.
Okay.
That's a message coming.
Okay.
Now hear this, now hear this. All hands below deck.
Wow.
You know, either for them typhoons, you hear that. Now hear this. Child time would be food time. Except this time. It's just a change in some way.
Right.
Always hear that sound.
That was a signal that said, listen up.
It's no reason nobody don't know, because you know how they listen for that.
Right.
But that time was so bad, it had the bent part of the rail when it was over with on the ship, because God, look how that water bent.
Wow. That much.
That's the most horrifying thing I had ever seen in my life. That's when I praise to God. People that think they've seen some horrifying things, but you see those typhoons look like the sea and the sky wanted to get to fighting.
And they get right close to each other.
That ship did everything but sink.
Wow. What was the name of the ship?
It was an LST.
LST.
I mean, landing ship
transporters.
Okay. See, it could take tanks, you could drive trucks in it.
Okay.
And then that's what it was. Okay. Wasn't modern looking, but it was designed for tough duty.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that was the worst experience in your naval career.
Yeah.
And what was one of the best experiences?
I think the best one I had when I was in San Francisco and Oakland.
Okay.
You know, when I get paid, I had to make sure I blow the check. I had to spend it all on a good time, because I knew where I was heading.
Okay. You know you were going out to...
And when I got to Hawaii, I wouldn't go to Honolulu. It was telling me, some guys who went to John, so many sailors there, so many Marines.
Okay.
So you stepping over each other.
Okay.
I said, I don't want to go there.
Too much competition.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there.
So where did you go?
Stayed at the camp, and
Okay.
we had all kinds. We used to wrestle, box,
Okay.
basketball. We had movies every night.
Okay.
Play exercise. Either get in the Jeep and ride, look at the island.
Okay.
Go down to the seashore when the tide go way back. Man, that tide go back further from near the buddy house.
Wow.
You can wait down
Just
there.
walk out there.
You can wait down there like this out in the water. The tide go out about 2. And it start coming in back in about 4. That go way out. And you can walk out there and see animals, man. You see little octopus that have been caught in a little thing of water.
Mm-hmm.
And you think he's slow, man, you play that thing in some water, he can
Fast. Okay.
shoot out of ink,
Gone.
sink down low, and you pick him and you put him on the ground, he move with a move. I don't like that.
So I take it you didn't eat much sushi and stuff while you were over there.
And they get big size too.
Okay.
Big giant octopus. So, and when I got in the Philippines, you meet the natives, the women.
Mm-hmm.
I had a washwoman when I was over there.
Okay.
She used to wash my shorts, Maurice shirt for 50 cents.
Wow.
She'd take them down to the seashore on a rock and get them on a stamp.
Okay. Clean them up.
And then while they was damp, she'd take her hand and press them out, fold them up, and bring them back.
Okay.
I give her 50 centavo, or whatever they call it.
Okay.
And I used to remember when we in the Philippines, a boy and a man and his son on the little skimpy boats they have with little boats.
Mm-hmm.
They sit there and just got a little thing on the side to keep it.
Okay.
Be way out of the sea, and they come out to the ship, and we used to throw money overboard. And the little kid would jump out there. You could see it flipping going down.
You can catch it before.
He go down and get it. Come back around. Where you have? Man, he'd make $15, $20. He was throwing money overboard
Just to see him go get it.
Yeah.
So what was your job in the Navy?
I was a welder, and then when I didn't have no welding, we were what you call stevedores. A group was, we had to go to a certain ship and unload it.
Okay.
We about 20 of us. Man, we'd unload the ship in no time, and then we're strong too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when I had some welding to do, then I would do that. And we used that wouldn't last too long, maybe an hour or so. You know what I mean? 'Cause I went in as a welder,
Okay.
and I retired from General Motors as a welder.
Okay. So tell me about, I guess, when you met your wife.
My wife, I met her in 1949. I had just come down here on a visit. The first time I ever come from Chicago on a car was 1949.
Okay.
There was no 55, was no I-57,
Okay.
was no expressway period. You just had 45, picking up through Memphis, take 45 on up through Purdue, Kentucky, on up in Illinois.
Okay.
Right now, this same 45 will take you right by Chicago, but west. It's called Manheim Road.
Okay.
Still same 45.
Okay.
Anyway, so when my aunt down the road, Sammy Moody, Sammy,
Mm-hmm.
he married my wife's sister. So she come to visit us, my wife's sister. He said, John, B is here. I said, what B? Who is that? She said, that's my sister. See, well, she just lived right across the creek over there.
Okay.
We never did meet down here. So I went over, took her over there, and I met B. And that was the beginning of it.
That was the beginning.
She's working nights, and I was working nights.
Okay.
But when the weekend come, well, Saturday morning, me and her get together.
Okay. What kind of stuff would you do? What kind of stuff would you do?
Oh, we'd go out and have breakfast,
Okay.
and go visit different people.
Okay.
Saturday night, we go to a movie or a dance. A lot of dancers in Chicago, just know where they are,
Okay.
And, it's plenty of entertainment, big city, And then Sunday, I'd bring her home about 6, and then she get ready for work, and I have to get ready for work. So we call each other during the week about maybe Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. Plan another weekend.
Yeah.
How long did you guys date?
Oh, we dated for about 6 or 7 months. And then the first time, she left and come back home and stayed another 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
You know. And then when I was going to work one night. I used to work nights. Phone rang, I just walked out the door. She said, John, I'm in St. Louis. The train's coming to Chicago. Will you meet me tonight? I was just walking out to go to work. But yeah, I'll meet you. I'm glad to meet her. And we got married in December. About December 16th, 1950. 4 boys and 2 girls.
Okay. So talk a little bit about your time here in Tibbee. What do you remember most about kind of growing up here in Tibbee and then when you left and
all right. Tibbee was a dusty place.
Okay.
You know, Tibbee was a suburb now. It was a little short, narrow gravel road.
Okay.
And when a car did pass, make all kind of dust. But they wasn't fast.
Okay.
You could look down the road and see a car coming, he'd be coming for 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Before we get to you.
Industrial.
Yeah. No brick churches, wood churches.
Okay.
Oh, where Miss Johnson lived, that was a cornfield there.
Okay.
You know, going that way, right across. And my people have some part of the grave now is out. It's grass over it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Lucius kid and all of them.
Okay.
And we boys used to play tennis ball. He had a guitar player named Rob Land here in Tibbee. And you had one named what do you call him, Squab or something?
Squab.
That was who's the
I can't think of his name either.
You know, she related to Miss Beulah May, her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What this girl named? Oh, Willie used to stay with her right now.
Okay.
That was her father, I think, yeah. But Rob, he used to play guitar. We used to call it going out on our trail.
Okay.
You know, he'd have barbecue and he'd playing music. 2 daughters, and then everybody we joking and dancing.
Okay.
He played dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk. Don't you wish your old gal had great long hair like mine?
All right. Hey, see.
You know, and we be dancing. And I confess Christ Jesus at 11 years old.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Right out there in this house, that open field. I had been, you know, the revival is 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
My mother said, John, it's time for you to go to the morning bench. And where she said, and get religion.
Okay.
I said, all right, well, I was excited because I had seen other kids go to the morning bench and get religion. They talking and excited. I said, oh, I'm going to get religion. 1 week went by, nothing happened. I'm praying to the Lord. Nothing happened. 2nd week went by. I'm praying to the Lord, nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more night ago. This is Thursday. I said, Lord, you won't say nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to forget all about it. I said, you won't say nothing to me, I'm through with it. And I said, I'm just going to sit on the morning bench. That was my plan. I did.
Just sit there.
But I just sit on the morning bench and just told the pastor, named Reverend J.H. Washington out of Aberdeen. He said, John, what do you want the Lord? I said, he won't do nothing for me.
Okay.
He said, don't you know if you make 1 step, he'll make 2?
Okay.
I said, make a step. I said, I can make a step. And I made a step. Just making a step.
Mm-hmm.
And something started happening to me.
Okay.
Oh man, something started happening to me. It got all over me.
What did it feel like?
Yeah, that's when I felt the Holy Spirit come upon me. Young buddy. And I'm telling you, even after I left church that night, we come here and we used to sleep on a pallet.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear singing. The singing, it wasn't saying word, but it was harmonizing.
Okay.
On until I went to sleep, I always just say, an angel singing to me. I was in 1937, Jones Chapel.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what was it like growing up before you were saved and after you were saved?
Well, growing up, 11-year-old boy, it's just a good time. We used to go pick berries up down the road here.
Right.
Be a lot of berry bushes. People pick a lot of berry pie. Berry pie season is only about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because they're drying up. Snakes eat them. Also, man, me and my cousin Helen over there, we pick berries every day. And my mother, when we cook them from the garden, she'd make a berry pie every day.
Good stuff.
Yeah, eating right from the earth. Mm-hmm. See, people didn't eat no vitamin in them days,
right?
Because you get all the minerals you need.
That's true.
Yeah. And so when I got to be a teenager, like I say, I left at 16.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was only like 5 years after you were saved that you left and went to Chicago. Mm-hmm. And what was like in Chicago?
The biggest city I had ever been. My uncle met us at the train station, and I told him, I said, ooh, we call him Bud. I said, Bud, we got off right in the heart of town. Mm-hmm. He said, no, boy, this is not downtown Chicago. Okay. I said, it look like a town to me. A lot of taxis, streetcars, people, Mm-hmm. Took us home, and he took my cousin. They were staying on the west side. He said, John, in the morning, I'm gonna miss a day from my job, take you out to the place where they're hiring.
Okay.
And he got up and took me out there. He said, watch how we go, because you got, and we come back. He said, because you got to go there in the morning by yourself. Okay. And I did. Got hired, went back the next day, worked there about 7 or 8 months. Okay. I'm learning Chicago now, and I left with another place. Okay. And I went to welding school. Come out of there. Almost didn't become a welder, because when you come out of school, you don't have no technique. You don't know. So many places let me go.
Did they?
Let me work 3 or 4 hours. He said, well, when you get some more experience, come back.
Like, how you gonna get experience if you're not working?
I tried one more place. One place I called when I got back home. He said, well, we got an opening for 6 a.m. in the morning. You come in. So I had to leave and go out to this place. And this welding foreman, well, nobody ever him. I said, I've been having so much trouble. If I don't make it on this job, I just forget it. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, let me see what your problem is. We got started. And he said, you got to learn to adjust your machine. Okay. You got too much heat. He said, get you a piece of scrap metal and get the heat you want. He said, look at your helmet, that's the heat you want. Okay. If you're going to weld over here. And I learned from him. Okay. 54 days. I had made a couple of days there. Right. Okay. And I began to learn. Okay. And learn what welding is about. Right. It's technique. Right. You know what I mean? And so I stayed there about 9 months. I had learned some pretty good technique. Okay. And I saw another job paying more money. I left. And went to this other job, had just enough skill to pass the test. Okay. And that's what I did, one job after that. So I went to General Motors. Okay. I got married now. Okay. I stayed there. Did 30 years there.
But you've seen some changes come through with the, I guess, techniques and the different automobiles and all those kind of things.
It's like music. Okay. You know what I mean? That's what welding there. A welding foreman can tell. Either I can after a while. When a guy comes and says, well, you can tell the way he hook up, and way he handle himself. Okay. You can just about assess he's a beginner. Okay. See, but I used to go on a welding job. They say they hired. All of them will give you a test. You just can't say I'm a welder.
Right. They will make sure.
He said, well, I used to go in with my T-shirt. Okay. The guy looked at me and said, this guy coming here in a T-shirt. And after a while, I said, what you want me? He said, give me a flat pass. He said, give me a vertical. Okay. And that's all right. I put it together, and then hit the machine, walk on back, and start the pass. And he see the break, he hit me on the shoulder.
You got it.
He said, I see what you do. He said, you all right.
Okay.
He said, he can go up there. You know.
Going up there.
Yeah. Okay. But you see a guy that come with both hand holding and stop and look.
No, it's like you're in trouble already.
Yeah. All he needs is a little help.
Right.
But I helped a minute of them on my job.
Okay.
When they come in there, I see them in trouble running back and forth to the machine. I'd go in and help them out.
Okay.
The last place, that was a lady coming there. I said, I see your problem. I said, I'm going to help you now. I said, you not see why I'm helping you? I said, I was helped.
Right.
Many times. I said, first of all, I can tell before I get to you. When your machine, when you run, you got too much heat.
Okay. Cut
it down to 125 amps. I said, that's all you're going to need right here. And she started welding. And I said, now over here, you got an opening. Move fast to fill it up a bit. I show her.
Okay.
I said, then you weld right up to the whistle like that. When you see everybody else stop, you stop.
Right.
You know. And so she got the hang of it.
Okay.
And she always admired me.
That's good.
After in many months in the cafeteria, she said, Miss Kidd, I sure thank you. I said, honey, I would help too.
Right.
I said, and you help somebody.
Right, just do that favor for you.
Yeah. I said, I was helped.
Now, in terms of, I guess, through all those experiences, did racism ever play a part in that, or what was it like growing up here in Mississippi in terms of the racism?
Oh, yes. In West Point, I went down on Dago Road. We call it Dago Road.
Mm-hmm.
And you could get a Nicholas bologna, Nicholas cheese. He give me a Nicholas bologna. I said, can I have some crackers? Boy, goddammit, you don't get no crackers with no Nicholas but bologna. The way they talk to you.
Okay.
And he'd take 2 or 3 and just throw them in there, you know.
Okay.
And some of it was pretty nice. It used to be a bakery in Chicago, in West Point, called Staggers.
Okay.
Staggers Bakery. And they had what you call scrap cake.
Okay.
You know, it had a display with cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And he could sell you a bag of scrap cake for a nickel a dime. This man's pretty generous. I go in and say, can I have a nickel scrap cake?
Okay.
He'd give me this much for a nickel sometimes he would for a dime.
Right, okay. So it's fair.
You know what I mean? And then all you gotta do is now go get you a RC, big drink.
Mm-hmm.
Can of sardine, buddy, you got it made.
Big RC Cola and can of sardine.
Yeah, and then a bag of scrap cakes. Oh man, that was it. And we used to go to the movie at night. There used to be a man in Tibbee named John Clark. We boys found out he's going to the movie. We said, Mr. John, what you going to see? He said, I want to see Buck Jones.
Okay.
Buck Jones, Little Beaver, gonna be on. I said, can we go? He said, yeah, if you got your show, pal.
Okay.
The Rich Theater was in West Point. Not far from the jury in West Point.
Mm-hmm.
West Point jury is that profile
right.
They built still at the Ritz.
Is it? Okay.
And we see 3 movies for 15 cents. Please get in there. Black go upstairs, the whites downstairs.
Okay.
And man, and then we gonna walk. Now we ride up there on Mr. Adam's truck,
okay.
the milk truck, but we walk back at night.
Wow.
Come right down. You see where the cemetery is in West Point?
Mm-hmm.
We used to call that Cemetery Street.
Okay.
It's Commerce.
Commerce Street, okay.
Right there where Bryant's sitting at,
Mhm.
that road go straight on down through the section.
To the bottom of the section.
Yeah, we walk right through there, on down through the bottom, talk like that movie, on down through the woods,
Okay.
come back and then going back next Saturday night. Yeah. And even here in Tibbee, it's 2 white boys. This white man named Moncrief. This is a white boy like our age. You know, we always figured no white boy couldn't do nothing with us no way.
Right.
You know what I mean? We'd be wide on the bike, we cuss each other. The boy, we'll whoop you at. God damn son of a bitch, you. and they couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, okay.
And but that's about the worst racism I had. How they talk to you.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean?
So how in your years of seeing Tibbee kind of in the early stages, and now how do you think it's changed?
Well, here now,
Mm-hmm.
I notice now in my age, I can see a lot of white people. I can see they my age,
Okay.
and they know what it is. Some of them get your eye contact away from it. He look off, and you know,
Okay.
so I do too, you know. And some will speak.
Right.
You know, they'll speak a little bit better. Well, how you doing? You know? Some of the younger white fellas around about 40, they all right.
Okay.
They did speak, but some of them older ones. I think the women are a little better. Some of the men, they won't say nothing. But I don't speak either. Sometimes I'll be the first one. Either I look off, but sometimes we have to have eye contact. If we come in another place, then they hold the door, and I do the same thing. You know what I mean? But I think we're at an age now. So about age now, it's for what it ain't going nowhere. But see, white man, he's trying to keep control.
Right.
He's trying to stay in power. And but we're in a situation now with this kind of war. They didn't anticipate it.
Right.
I just had Katrina. That wasn't anticipated.
Right.
That caused the country more than the war did.
But how you respond to it a lot of times tell more about you than anything.
Yeah, that's right. But now how we responding to Iraq? That's a war. They miscalculated that. Mm-hmm. They just thought they'd fight some Bush folks, Bush people, would be hiding. Yeah, these Iraqis come out with all these different techniques. Yeah, you know, when you sleep and they attack, you know what I mean? And this suicide thing, you know what I mean? And them guys, it's pretty good with electronics too, you know what I mean? Blowing up your Humvees, tanks. Don't have to look. It may blow up by a tank or something, but
you know, these roadside bombs.
Yeah, and look like to me they're getting stronger.
Seems like.
It look like to me they have no intention to quit.
Right.
So, what do we do next then? I heard you talking about they got a Saddam had a pretty good army. Okay. But they, you know, they fold up in front of America. America had too much technology. Okay. But they can't. They can't handle the Taliban.
Right.
See, Taliban ain't gonna come out and fight you. You know how they fight.
Face to face, right?
Yeah.
It's covert.
Yeah. They get you while you're not least expecting.
Okay.
See.
Let's talk. We talked earlier about your musical influences, and I understand that you play a little guitar there. So, kind of tell us about your musical experience.
I went to studying music. I bought a guitar. Before I married, I didn't buy it, but I called up a guitar instructor. He says, "Come on in, that's $3 an hour." And I left out the door to go out there and met a woman out on the sidewalk and never did go.
Okay.
Didn't go back to, not the same one, another guitar instructor until 68.
Okay.
I was married then. That's why I had to get my daughter, Tina, when she's a little girl. Well, she could stop bothering me, I had to get her a guitar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I went to, I bought a guitar and tried to give me a book. And I couldn't do nothing. I tried reading the instructions and I can't get this thing to do nothing. So I called the instructor. I said, "I've got a guitar, I got the book." He said, "But you got to tune it."
Okay.
He said, "You got to come to me.
Okay.
Let me tune it for you." And I went to him. He said, "Well, you did one thing right." But tell me something. He said, "You got the cheapest one you can find. That's the way to do it."
Just get started.
Yeah. And I started out with him about $3 an hour. And he teaches the music aspect, you know, the notes too, you know what I mean, and so forth. And I stayed around there with him about once a week, once a week.
Okay.
He'd give me assignments over 3 years. But I had to work a job, you know?
Okay.
And the lessons get more complicated.
Okay.
He said, "John, you're in a position, you're at where you're at now, you can go in the direction you want to go. You know." He said, "If you keep playing, you will get some headway." He said, "But every good guitar player you see, he has some downtime." You know what I mean? So that's what that's about. That's what that was about. And then I started playing in the subway in Chicago.
Okay. Would you mind playing a little tune for us? Something that you've written?
I'll play you some of it.
So now what's this called?
See, it hasn't been recorded. and I'm giving it to you on a. It ain't been recorded. I mean, it ain't been copied.
Okay. So we'll be the first to hear it.
I'm all alone. Cut that off.
We'll edit it out.
We'll edit it out. Let's take your time.
I'm all alone and 1,000 miles from home. I'd do anything to make a friend. Not a nickel in my pocket, but a guitar on my back to play the sad song and sing the sad songs I sing. Big red sun is setting in the west. Long shadows begin to spread. A whole 1,000 miles lay ahead.
Very good, very good.
I don't want to tell that thing. I got some more back there. Probably the wrong key anyway. I know you don't know it, but I
I didn't know it. I was just patting to the beat. Well, Mr. Kidd, I certainly appreciate your
Okay.
time. Anything else you'd like to add in terms of certainly where the community has been? You've given us a good idea of that, but where do you think the keys lies to the future of this Tibbee community, or where would you like to see things go and grow in terms of the generation that's coming behind you? How do we help formulate that future?
The present generation doing a good job in Tibbee Development Club, like your father, James, and he's setting a good pace for everyone what the Tibbee Development Club is doing. But if we can get the kids to step up, the younger ones to step up, you know what I mean? We're living in some perilous times now. You know, we didn't anticipate all this drug that's affecting the schools, churches, everything, where we're heading. And then we're heading this social thing with, you know, people that you wouldn't even think of, didn't have my ideas come and say, I'm gay. Well, it always been in me and I'm doing this and that.
Right.
You know, women doing these things, how can two women raise children? What you gonna tell them? You know?
Right.
So that's where we are now. But by the grace of God, we who are doing the right thing, continue to do it and continue to pray, we will survive.
Absolutely.
See, we will. You know, and with this political situation coming up, well, we just in a bad way, President Bush. You know, that's the only thing I'd say, Wicks, is we just keep on doing the right thing that what we're doing.
Right.
You know, Tibbee Development Club is planning to build a building right here.
Okay.
I think Tibbee, I think it's about one of the foremost black communities around here.
Okay.
You know, to me it is.
Right.
So I think it's going fine. It's going good. But we're gonna have some problems.
Right.
Sometimes suffering and problem make you strong.
Right. Builds you up, builds character.
Yeah, because if you don't have some trouble, you don't know you don't know how to enjoy the good times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this concludes our formal portion of the interview. Certainly appreciate your time and thanks again. We got.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy, I bet that's a cautious walking dude that gotta go check whatever that is, whatever that thing is.
That's why I'm sure that thing closed down.
It probably ain't nobody checking that thing, man.
Looked like it was old radio, weather towers.
Yeah.